Hey YouTube, this is Get Ready 614, and I'm going to make a little video about this grain mill I bought. It's a Country Living grain mill, and there's all kinds of videos out there. I'm just adding one more to it. I've had it for a few months now, a couple months probably, and I've used it 3 or 4 times, and I'm really impressed with it. It's been does a really good job. Um, when I was researching these, I was trying to decide between two different mills, the Country Living and the Wonder Mill. They both have their pros and cons. As far as the Wonder Mill goes, it's made in India, and the Country Living's made in the United States. You're gonna pay a little more for that. It's kind of important to me. I mean, I try to buy American when I can. There's so many people losing their jobs, it seems. At least that's what I'm reading. And so anyhow, I just try and do my part. But one of the advantages over the Wonder Mill is it comes with a mounting bracket, so you can attach it to a table without having to screw holes into a table. Now that's definitely an advantage. Um, what I ended up doing is I bought this old workbench. I found this on Craigslist for $50, which is about the same price as what the bracket Country Living sells a bracket that you can buy. And anyhow, I needed a table to do this sort of thing with. I got my food saver on here too, so I just got a little work area that I don't have to tie up the kitchen table or a kitchen counter. And I've got the space for this, so it worked out pretty well. So anyhow, that's as far as the Wonder Mill goes, that's one advantage they have. They include that. As far as grinding goes, I think they're pretty similar from everything I've seen. I can only speak from experience on the Country Living, and I just filled the hopper up and got. I haven't even measured it out yet, but it just makes one grind. It makes real nice flour. I haven't even adjusted this thing. They shipped it, and I tried it out with the setting they had, and it worked out good. Now they may sell a bowl or something that works it out a little better. I just bought this plastic tub, and I notched this little piece out here. Notch that out right there, and it just to get up a little closer. You do get a little bit of a mess. Nothing major. Nothing. It takes 30 seconds to clean up. So one of the advantages the Wonder Mill has, it comes with a set of stones and a set of stainless steel plates. And it's my understanding that the stones are for grinding wheat and the plates are for cracking corn. I may have that screwed up, I'm not sure. But the Country Living, it comes with steel plates that you grind the wheat with, and I think you have to buy a separate set of wheels for cracking corn. I'm not positive on that. I didn't really plan on doing any corn, so I just mainly wanted to concentrate on wheat. Talking about the stones on the Wonder Wheel, one of the negatives that I read about it was the stones are man-made, and somehow they use aluminum in the process. I don't know if that's a fact, but that's something I read. And there's a few things I've read about aluminum, and it's they. I'm reading that it may cause dementia or have some sort of effect like that on people after so many years. So, so I that was one of the reasons I was leaning towards the country living. Um, as far as the price goes, the Wonder Mill is probably just about half the price. I think the Wonder Mill's around $200. Country living's around 400. Now I did see a video that talked about. They said if you call Country Living, if they have any blemished mills, they will send you a blemished mill for I believe it's a $40 or $50 discount. So I called them. Well, once I decided I was going with the Country Living, I called them and they had a couple and they sent one, and I've looked this thing all over and I can't find anything wrong with it. I can't find any blemishes. The only thing I can figure is when the time comes when I tear it apart to clean it, maybe there's something inside there, but it looked flawless when I got it, and it works flawlessly. I guess the main reason I was leaning towards the country living was because of the plates that I spoke about a little bit ago, and being made in the United States were two selling points for me. And my plan is to, when I do grind wheat, is to grind it with this country living mill every time. Now I do have a what the hell is it called? Vitamix, and I've done a little research there, and I guess you can use a Vitamix as long as you keep the grain. Well, you don't have to keep them cold, but if you freeze the grain before you put them in the Vitamix, it holds more of the nutrients, because the Vitamix will heat up the flour, or yes, heat the flour up. So if I do, I may try that. I don't know. Right now, I kind of enjoy doing this. If I do it, I've been doing one loaf a week. Well, I should say that. I've done a loaf the last 2 weeks, and a couple weeks before that I did one. But it's not bad. I don't even know how many cups I've got in there, but I just fill that hopper up, and I'm guessing there's 4 to 6 cups of flour there. And the recipe I've been using calls for 3 cups, and I use a bread maker. And now, one thing I will say, once we started making bread, I got 2 children, and they're spread out in age pretty good, and they both like most kids, they like white bread. And my youngest daughter's not quite as picky as the older one, which the oldest is no longer a teenager, she's a young adult now, but she's still living with us, and she would never, whenever we buy wheat bread, she wouldn't touch it. And we made a loaf of this. It was the first loaf we made, and didn't even ask her to try it. I just figured she wouldn't have anything to do with it, and I guess she was just curious, so she took a bite of it and she liked it, and now she eats it. So there's 4 of us here. Well, there's 5 actually, but I got a grandchild living with me too. But anyhow, went from just a couple of us eating the wheat bread, now we're all eating it. So it's been a real positive thing in our house. I can't really think of anything else. I think I said I was able to do this in one grind. I think the Wonder Mill's the same. One thing I will say, if I was going to use an electric grinder and I just wanted one for an emergency backup, I would have bought the Wonder Mill. There's quite a few good reviews on it. A few negative, but not many. And the Country Living, I actually couldn't find anything negative about it other than the price. So it's all what you can spend on it, what you want to spend on it. But I'm very happy with it, and I've used it a few times, and just the way it's built, I just can't imagine I'll ever need to buy another one. This thing it's just really stout. So just wanted to throw out a video and just give you my opinion of it. So hope this helps somebody. Talk to you later.